on every possession in every way they can.
This is probably the team that's most capable, most physical.
I think Detroit just toes the line. I don't think they cross it.
Be careful.
That was a good test.
Poke the bear. Bear might come out.
Time for a quick take. Cade Cunningham and the Eastern Conference leading Pistons will face Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, currently the number 2 seed in the West. Tonight in a high-stakes matchup, San Antonio will look to sweep the season series after a 114-103 victory back on February 24th. Jay Will, which team is closer to winning the title this year, Spurs or Pistons?
I've said this multiple times now, Shay. I truly believe that the winner of the NBA championship is going to come out of the Western Conference. So I would take the Spurs over the Pistons. And I also think that a guy like Wemby, who might be the most dominant player we've seen in the NBA since Shaquille O'Neal, is just an anomaly in the game of basketball, right? He's an input data point that nobody understands how to play alongside of. So the energy, the size, the length of the Spurs, combined with their youth, I think they'll be better positioned to win a chip before Detroit.
Stephen A.
I agree, because of the presence of Wembanyama and what kind of havoc he wreaks defensively. Even though the Detroit Pistons are an elite defensive team, you know, they play every game like it's their last and they really, really go at you. The reality is that this freak that is Wembanyama is a different animal. I mean, he's got it to a point where, you know what, he's lurking with his hands down because cats are scared to go in the lane and shoot a shot on them. So he got to act like he ain't paying attention, or his arms are down and he might not be able to catch the shot at time. Like literally baiting them to get to take layups. You got cats that just are content to shoot jump shots because they don't want to go anywhere near him because he's 7'5" and he's such an extraordinary shot blocker. So I think when you consider that and the way the players in San Antonio are feeding off of him, and then we remember the greatness of a De'Aaron Fox, who can turn it up anytime he wants to. We've seen this brother do it, okay? And you look at some of the pieces that they have in place, I gotta say that San Antonio would be a bit closer than the Pistons to winning a championship. I think I gotta look at it that way because of Wembanyama's presence and what it evokes.
Somehow this goes back to last night's game. Pistons have the Knicks number, Spurs have the Thunder number. You know, we call Antetokounmpo the Greek freak. Maybe Stephen A's onto something. The French freak we'll call Wembanyama. It rolls, no?
Different.
Okay, you didn't like it that much. Let's go to college basketball.
Be necessary because they'd won without him. What about that? I think that makes for an incredibly compelling story as well. I get what you're saying about San Antonio. I get what you're saying about the Knicks. But we saw a Cleveland Cavaliers team with cats sitting out inexplicably during the playoffs last year. We saw James Harden, before he arrived, not showing up in big games, meaning performing at a high level. And now he's in Cleveland, replacing Darius Garland. What if the Cleveland Cavaliers ascend to that point? That's a really, really interesting story. I can't not.
Stephen A.
How are we defining ceiling?
Stephen A.
I feel you.
Just like your impeccably tailored suit today, you are giving stark contrast to the way that we started this show. Period. Because you were so low on the Cleveland Cavaliers to start. And now you're saying that they have the highest ceiling.
Time out. Time out. That's exactly falling in line. In other words, I'm low on them right now. So if they won the championship, how high can you go? Which team has the highest ceiling? I'm saying if they pulled that off based on what we just finished talking about, that would be an incredibly big thing.
Yeah.
My ceiling is predicated not just on this year potentially being a surprise team and challenging the contenders in the West, but also this San Antonio Spurs team is set up for years to come.
Oh, wait, time out.
They built it.
Whoop, whistle.
Yeah,
Time out. How are we defining ceiling?
The ceiling is the NBA championship.
Of this season.
I thought the championship this season. Who changed the narrative now?
Yeah, I think I agree a little bit more with Stephen A. in terms of this season. I think the Spurs are very close to what they're going to be this year. I think they're close to what they're going to be this year. But I think those other two teams, we done seen some lows with them.
Look, the way I define ceiling, maybe as the tallest person here, okay? The way I define ceiling is that plenty of room to surprise you, meaning this is a team that people come in with maybe a little bit lower expectation, but they can surprise you. And we've seen over the course of the regular season that this San Antonio Spurs team can surprise you. Wemby is in the MVP conversation and is likely the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year. He had 10 points yesterday. Do you know what he was on the floor? He was a plus 41. Ooh. So I look at teams with a lot of room where they can grow and also surprise you. We already know that the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have the pieces to be contenders. We already know that the Cleveland Cavaliers, if they play to their potential, they can come out of the Eastern Conference and make it to an NBA Finals. To me, the room that San Antonio not only has to show how good they can be for now and also the year to come, that's what I was going by ceiling.
No one's going to say the Celtics.
Well, you're going by...
No one's going to say the Celtics
So
here?
we only had to pick one, Shay. We only had to pick one. I can make an argument for a bunch, though. But I think that's a fair call-out on your part.
I mean, the highest ceiling. They have the most unknown ceiling, too.
We're talking about the championship this year. And with the reservations that we have, we watch Wembenyama be the generational talent that he is and infect this league in ways that we haven't seen before, okay? So you got to pay attention to the Spurs. And plus, they beat OKC 4 out of 5 meetings. So you take all of that into consideration. With the Cleveland Cavaliers, we've been talking about Boston. We've been talking about New York. We've been talking about Detroit. We didn't really look at them and give them the level of consideration they may warrant because we know they haven't earned it yet. They got to do it in the postseason. If they did that and they made a run and they ended up winning the championship, I mean, that's a huge freaking deal compared to what we were thinking about them just days ago.
But Shay might be right with Boston. Shay, you might actually be right. They can add an All-NBA player. They're already 2 at the East.
They make more threes than the Thunder right now. They out-rebound more than the Thunder right now.
We got ceiling all jacked up. We're not doing this right. I don't care.
We maybe not, but hey, Eminem, it's fluid. It's fluid. That's all it is.
We're going to find out the ceiling for the Knicks tonight.
With the Celtics, Shay, here's the ceiling for them. If you won the championship, if Jason Tatum didn't come back, and you made a run and won the championship, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would exceed Detroit, New York, Cleveland, San Antonio, OKC. That would exceed everybody. If Jaylen Brown led this Boston Celtics team to an NBA championship, no Jason Tatum, no Kristaps Porzingis, no Drew Holiday, and you lead them to an NBA championship without Tatum? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I mean, they don't get bigger than that.
Well, Kata has entered the chat. So
don't get bigger than that.
And Jaylen Brown.
Don't tell Joe Mazzulla.
That's why, yeah. I'm just letting you know. All right, coming up on First Take, the unrivaled championship is tonight with WNBA, CBA talk still very much up in the air. How concerned should the W be about the rise of the new league? We'll discuss that. Plus, the Lakers have strung together now 3 straight wins. What do they need to do in order to